Hi everybody! How are you doing with these beautiful full moon transformative energies? I don't know about you, but it has been a wonderful releasing and cleansing and beautiful day. And I realize that that may not be your experience, which is why we're here. And even if it is, what I want to do tonight is give you some tools to help you more smoothly move through these energies and allow them to transition and be released. One of the things that can happen when we're working with these much deeper energies is there can be resistance to the releasing of that because they're really deep, deep things. We have done a lot of work, I know I personally have, in the last several years, or a few years at least, in clearing out a lot of the energies related to the things that no longer serve us. These are repetitive patterns that have perhaps wreaked some havoc in our life again and again and again. And we've done some work to finally begin to let that stuff go and not allow it to be part of our identity, but to recognize that we are so much more and so much greater beyond those things, and letting it go so that we can provide more space and more opportunity for us to be the fullness of who we are so that we can live our best, most inspired life. So now, this weekend is a great opportunity in the next several weeks to continue that process. And if you haven't seen my video about all that's happening energetically right now, astrologically, and the energies that are available to you to help you through this process, I highly recommend you go back and watch that video. I'll attach a link to it in the description, so if you haven't seen it, you can go back and check that out. And what I want to do tonight is provide you even more support to be able to help you, because we're right in the thick of it right now, right? It's Easter, it's Passover season, and we're right in the middle of being able to let some things die, let them move away, let them go, let them shed off so that we can be reborn as a much greater, more fulfilled, and more divine version of ourselves. And like I said, that can create some resistance for us. So some of the ways you know that you might be experiencing some resistance are you're avoiding sitting still, or maybe you're used to meditating, but meditation right now just feels really uncomfortable for you, or you're having a hard time staying with it. You might find yourself drawn to social media more. You're just sort of mindlessly flipping through, or you're mindlessly watching TV, or you're drawn to alcohol or drugs, things like that. Or you're just not present, right? Like you're bumping into things. You can't remember where you put something. These are all ways that you can kind of know that you're trying to get out of your current experience. And what we want to do during this time is be in our bodies and as much as possible, because this releasing can manifest for us physically in many different ways. It can manifest in your energy body, where you just might feel something energetically. You might feel something emotionally. You might feel a sensation in your physical body somewhere. All of these things are signs that something is trying to come to the surface so that you can release it and clear it out and provide more space to allow the trueness of who you are to feel that area. And so we want to do our best in this time to be present and in the body. And there are certain things related to posture that will help you be able to maintain that. So we're going to do a quick meditation that I think will be useful for you during this time. You can return to it as often as you'd like to. And if this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. But if it does, I just want to thank you for being here and joining me in this. And I would ask you to go get a chair if you want to get a chair. If you want to sit on the floor, you can sit on the floor. Whatever you want to do to work through this meditation right now doesn't matter to me at all. So if you want to get a chair, go ahead, put this on pause, grab yourself a chair. For those of you who want to be on the floor, it's a great way to meditate. I do either. I meditate in the bed, on the chair, on the floor, wherever, in the car, whatever, if I need to. But today we want to focus on our posture so that we can make sure that we're in our body fully as we're doing this particular meditation. So if you're on the floor, I would say that if you're not used to meditation, or even if you are and you feel like it, go ahead and get yourself a nice pillow. Doesn't have to be a meditation pillow. This doesn't have to be so official. You can get a pillow off the sofa, a floor pillow. You can get the pillow off your bed, okay? Just something to prop underneath your buttocks to help prop you up so that your knees are moving closer to the floor and you've got some support underneath your seated bones. So, again, if you want to pause, go ahead and pause, do what you need to do. And now that I expect that you have that you are sitting on your cushion or straight on the floor. You don't have to have a cushion. If you want to sit directly on the floor, you can do that too. And then find the leg position that works best for you. You can just do, the regular cross-legged position. You can do a half lotus. You can do a full lotus. Full lotus would be this foot here, and then this foot would be up here on this thigh. I really like the half lotus position. Sometimes I also just like to do a cross-legged position. But what I would ask you to do is whatever feels comfortable to you right now. Just do that. Don't try to push your body or make it do something in particular. That's not necessary. In fact, I would recommend that you not do that because it can be very, very distracting. So just find the position that works well for you at this time and work with that position. So now that we've done that, the next thing that I would ask you to do is go ahead and check in with your body, check in where your knees are, that they're more connected to the floor, that your buttocks is a little lifted here on your seated bones. If you need to lift yourself up, you can kind of pull that apart and just get it nice. And you can do this when you're in the chair too, because you want to be square your seated bones if you're in the chair as well, and get nice and square on your seated bones. Now, if you're in a chair also, I would say go ahead, make sure you're at a 90-degree angle, put your feet on the floor, and then go ahead and sit your torso over your hip area so that you're sitting as straight up as you can on the floor. Same thing, just get your torso nice and squared over your seated bones, right? So that you're sitting nice and straight up. We're going to work on that a little more. So right now, just get yourself in a nice, comfortable position. And I will say this, once you get that nice, straight align, this is what we're working on is alignment. That's what's important here. We want to be this center energetic channel. We want that to be nicely aligned. So get your alignment together. And then once you do that, go ahead and check in with your arms and your hands. Feel what feels right for you. The positioning of the hands in meditation are called mudras, and this is a very common one and a good one for grounding right now because, again, we want to be in our body, so anything that you can do to help keep that energy in the physical body is a great thing, and this particular hand position really works well for that. Another hand position you can do is resting your hands in your lap. You can put your right hand over your left hand, and you can bring those thumbs together like so. Bring it right here to your navel area. Feels really good, very grounding, and pulls. You can actually perhaps feel it pulling the energy into your body when you do this particular mudra. Another nice one is to go ahead and lay those hands in the same position and then rest the thumbs over each other. You can do that too, and just lay those hands just nicely in front of you. Whatever feels right for you is what you should do at this time. I'm going to use this particular mudra for me right now. I've really been working with remaining in my body as I've been processing some very deep old childhood traumas that I'm so thankful and appreciative are being released at this time in a huge, huge way. It's been fantastic. So I tell you from personal experience that this stuff really can work for you, and it can be a beautiful, magnificent experience that can lead you into the best life you've ever had that's waiting for you. It's just waiting for you. So anyway, we got our hand positions here, and now what I would ask you to do is go ahead and do another check-in with your body. Let's go ahead and lift those shoulders up, bring them close to the ears, move the shoulder blades back like they want to touch each other, and then drop them away. And this doesn't have to be aggressive. In fact, it shouldn't be aggressive. This should be a very soft process that you're lifting those shoulders up, moving them back and dropping them down very gently. This allows a beautiful heart opening space to occur for you at this time, which should be really fantastic to open your heart up so that it is available to the energy that we're working with right now that can help you heal and move past with compassion what's going on for you at this time. We want to maintain our compassion during this time. Very, very important. So, and once you've done that, then go ahead and I ask you to visualize a string here at the top of your head and allow it to pull you up so that you're just getting your posture even just a little bit straighter. Again, this is not aggressive, so I don't want you like tensing up and straining about this. This is just pulling it up, and here's why I say that, because we're going to check in periodically throughout the meditation, and what's going to happen is we want to keep this beautiful open posture that allows us to be in our bodies. Here's what happens a lot of times when we're meditating, or even throughout the course of the day. One of two things. We're either going to collapse in like this, and this doesn't allow energy to really work with us and to clear out and move in, and we're not completely all here when we're doing that. The other thing that can happen is when you're meditating, is your head can take this natural movement upwards like this. And again, when that's happening, that also is another signal that perhaps you're leaving the situation. It feels euphoric. It sometimes can feel very euphoric. But right now, we are looking more to be with what's happening in the present moment so that we can be aware of what's coming up, consciously aware of the unconscious things that are coming up into our physical, emotional, mental, energetic body so that we can breathe them out and let them go. So let's go back into our positions now and go ahead and recheck in. Lift those shoulders up, move them back, drop them softly away. That string going upward. You can go ahead and make sure your hands are where they're positioned, that your legs are in a comfortable position. And I would ask you now to close your eyes and just begin to breathe normally. Just regular breaths in and out. And then we're going to do a nice quick scan yet again, starting with our lower part of the body as our feet. Just nice breath in. If you sense any tension in your feet, go ahead and release that tension on the exhale. Moving up through the calves, releasing any tension we feel there. Inhale the thighs, exhale, release any tension. Inhale, moving up the side of the body. Exhale, release, let any tension just melt away off the sides onto the ground. Keep moving up the hands. Yes, we want to maintain our posture, but we don't want to be strained. Just maintain. Exhale, any tense energy there. Moving up the arms, up the shoulders, nice inhale. On the exhale, maybe they can drop a little bit further away from the ears, even than they were before. Beautiful. Inhale, paying attention to the neck area. Exhale, releasing any tension there. And while we're here, allow your head to rest comfortably on your spine. That's going to cause your chin to move just down and outward. Your gaze is going to be about 4 feet in front of you when you do this. And you can close your eyes again, check back in, do a nice inhale, releasing any tension around your jaw. Let your jaw just sort of drop, slack. Your lips may be slightly parted, which is perfect. It means you're not holding any tension there. Another inhale, releasing any energy around the ears. As you exhale, letting any of that roll away. Nice inhale yet again, taking that focus to the eyebrow area, that center right there in your forehead where we tend to hold a tremendous amount of tension. Nice inhale. On the exhale, let that area just relax and release any of that tension. And I feel like we need to do that one more time. So let's inhale, exhale, release the tension between the eyes there. Beautiful. All right. Next, we're going to just go ahead and take a nice inhale. Take the focus to the crown of your head and go ahead and release any tension you're feeling on the top of your head, the crown area. And take your breathing back to normal. Very nice. Checking in with your body again and your posture. Making sure that those shoulders are up and back so we have that nice heart opening space. Inhale, string pulling your spine up. You're not tilting forward. You're not tilting backwards. You're nice and centered. Nice inhale, exhale. Just continue to breathe normally. And as we go through this process of focusing on our breath, that's what we're going to do. We're going to just focus on our breath, and we're going to allow whatever comes up to just come up. We're not going to judge it. We're not going to try to understand it. We're not going to qualify it. We're just going to allow it. If it's thoughts and your thoughts just start coming up, that's just fine. Let them come and let them go. The minute that you realize that maybe your thoughts have run off somewhere, you're right back present again. And in that moment, you can recheck your posture, make sure you're nice and straight, that your shoulders are nice and back, and you can refocus on your breath yet again. This is not an exercise of you right away being able to control your thoughts. We're not trying to control anything here. In fact, we are doing just the opposite. We are letting everything run free and loose because as we do that, that provides us with the opportunity to be able to release it instead of resisting it. So no matter what happens, it's fine. You're doing it right. No matter what happens, it's all fine and it's all correct and it's all right. And I ask you to embrace whatever happens with curiosity and compassion, not judgment, not disappointment. Curiosity and compassion is what we're going for. And if you struggle with that, I don't want you to beat yourself up because you struggle with that. All of this is an aspiration. That's what we're doing. We're aspiring to do all of these things. It's a practice. That's why they call it practice. We're practicing. So it's okay if we don't get it exactly the way that we think we should, which is a misnomer, but that's another video. So let's go ahead and just go in. Close your eyes, shoulders up and back, string pulling that posture up. Jaw is slacked so that the lips are slightly parted. The head is resting comfortably on the spine. That chin is just a little bit downward. Hands in a comfortable position, whichever position you have selected. Legs comfortable, seated bones in place, and we're just breathing right now. And we're going to start doing the breathing, and I will talk you through that. Nice inhale here. Nice slow inhale through the nose. And exhale. And we're going to do that one more time. We're going to take a nice inhale through the nose. And exhale. And right now your focus is just on the breath, the rising and the fall of the breath. We inhale in awareness of our present moment. Go ahead and inhale with full awareness of the present moment. And then exhale again with an awareness of that air coming out of the body. Inhale, feel that air filling your lungs, expanding into every cell of your being. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'll allow you to do that for 4 more breaths. One more breath. Now for a moment, just go ahead and return your breathing to normal. Become aware of any sensations you might be feeling in your body. Any emotions that might be coming up. Any visualizations, any thoughts. Maybe it's a color, maybe it's a shape, maybe it's a memory. Allow. Maybe it's nothing for you right now. That's okay too. Just keep breathing regularly. Now if you've pinpointed something, I'm going to take a nice inhale. I'm going to count it out for you. And you're going to draw your attention to that thing. And then on the exhale, let it move out of your body. So here we go. 4 counts in. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale, releasing that from your body. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, releasing it from your body. Return your breathing to normal. Let's just check in with our posture right quick. Done a little bit of work here, so maybe things have gotten a little bit collapsed, or maybe you've moved your head a little bit upward. Let's just check in again. Make sure that we're square on our seated bones. Raise those shoulders up, move them back, drop them away from the ears. Feel that string pulling you upward. Return your breathing to normal. I'm going to do 4 more breaths in on your own now that you know how to do this, and allow whatever comes up to come up. Go ahead, 4 breaths in and 4 breaths out. Begin now. Let's do one more. Returning the breathing to normal. Again, becoming aware of anything that's coming up for you. Tension in your body. I myself am feeling some tension in my upper right back, which doesn't surprise me because I've been doing a lot of work in my upper heart, and that will correspond to that particular energy there. You may be feeling something somewhere in your body as well, but we're not judging it. We're not even trying to do anything with it right now. We're just becoming aware, becoming friendly with our body. Most of us go our entire day without ever checking in with the body. The body is speaking to us all day, telling us what is best for us to eat, where it's best for us to walk, what it needs from us at any given time. Our bodies support us through this magnificent journey that we are in. And part of self-love is learning to show appropriate appreciation for this vehicle that houses the essence and trueness of who we are, this beautiful body that we have. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It is the vehicle that has supported you and helped you move through this experience. And in this moment, we're going to show it compassion and love and appreciation for it being there for you every day, every night. So whatever you're feeling in that body, go ahead and take a nice breath in, count of 4, and then we're going to release on the exhale. Breathe in now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release that tension. I'm going to do one more because I need to do one for myself. You can count on your own. Go ahead and do one more. Returning the breathing to normal. We're just going to take one last cleansing breath. I will count you out. I'll tell you when to start. And then we're going to exhale through our mouth aggressively. I'll demonstrate. So we're going to count in, inhale. Don't start now, I'm just demonstrating. We're going to count in on the count of 4. We're going to inhale, hold it, and then exhale out the mouth. That's what we're going to do. So that's going to allow you to release any remaining residual energy that you might be having there at this time. So counting now, begin now. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth, releasing all of the residual energy that's left in that body. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. return your breathing to normal. You may find that you're taking deeper breaths and even greater exhales, and even on your normal breathing. That's perfectly fine. That's just additional energy releasing from your body. It is a good thing. Your breathing may feel a little irregular, so just take a second to bring it back to center and normal. As many large breaths, inhales and exhales as you need to do to get yourself there. And at this point, you can begin to feel your toes and your fingers, even as you're breathing. Move your head from side to side if you need to. Some nice circles. Circles with your hands. You know, put them on your thighs if you need to. Just do some nice stretching going on. Still breathing, allowing any additional energy to release. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And you can repeat this and do this as many times as you want. You can sit and do that breathing in and out that we did. I had you do on your own for as long as you want to. The longer the better, honestly. You might find that as you're doing that again, you're having these moments where you're doing this inhale and exhale and it's not quite regular. That's perfectly fine. That means there's stuff that's trying to release. And I encourage you to stay with it until you're able to get that rhythm back of your meditative breath is what I would call it. But do it as long as you want to. The main thing is that you're doing it with a heart of compassion for yourself. You're not judging yourself or how it comes out. There's no right or wrong way for your meditation session to go. However it goes is exactly how it is supposed to go at that time. That's why it's a practice. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you're doing it right. It's just doing it, you know, and aspiring to do it. So I encourage you to return to this and do it as often as you need to throughout this time and beyond this time for that matter. So I want to tell you, I want to give you some tips too at this time to help you. First of all, make sure you're drinking lots of water, get rest, do what you need to do for your body right now, what you need to do for yourself. Again, self-compassion is the order of the day. But as you're going through this time too, I want to give you some additional tools I can help you with, which are some stones and crystals. I'm telling you, the universe, the divine, God, whatever you want to call it, has given us all that we need to help us in this experience. And so really quickly, some things that you can use in the way of crystals and stones to support your energy at this time. The energies we're working with are some divine feminine energies, which means that Amazonite is a really good stone to work with right now to help with those deep scorpionic energies that are water energies. It's very feminine energy. The full moon energy is a water feminine energy. Really can be a nice smooth process if you have the right support with you and the willingness to let things go. Feminine energy can also be the energy that rips things out though when it needs to be ripped out too. So we can capitalize on the aggressiveness of that, but staying in the smooth watery flow of it by allowing these things to release instead of having them ripped from us. And Amazonite is a really lovely stone to help you with that. Amazonite is also good for the throat chakra, which is also something that we're really working with right now, so that we can speak our our truth. We can speak our truth in the way that feels good to us and that is palpable to other people, maybe who are listening, who are ready to hear that truth from us. So Amazonite is a really good stone. Also, rose quartz, really great stone right now. Good heart compassion stone to help you. Good soft energy that can help you through this time. Also, ocean jasper, another nice fluid, beautiful flowing stone that can really help you in your meditation. You can hold it and just sit with it. Ooh, this one feels so good. Really, really good stuff. Very good. It can help you. Celestial quartz, any quartz right now is going to be really, any clear kind of quartz is going to be really good for you right now. Good uplifting, cleansing energy to help clear things out. Quartz of any kind is really good cleansing to help you move out some of that residual energy that you don't need anymore. And the celestial quartz specifically, let me see, I want to make sure I get this right, is a really good energy because it helps connect you to your inner truth. So again, helping us be able to have what our inner truth is so that we can speak it out and stand in the trueness of who we are, right? So this celestial quartz is a really good stone for that, as well as a good cleansing stone. What else I want to show you? Good grounding stones that can help you right now. are going to be some hematite. And this is, how do you say this? Botryoidal hematite, which you may not be used to seeing. It's kind of bubbly, but hematite is a really good grounding stone. You're probably used to seeing it more like this. I have some on in a bracelet form as well, which you can see it like that. Very often you'll see it like that. Hematite is a really good grounding stone, really helps to keep you in your body, which you really want to be doing right now. So hematite, very, very good stone to help you with that. Also, let me see, I want to move through this as quickly as I can. Also, good stones for your throat chakra, because I said this is a good time for us to be able to get in touch with our truth and be able to speak that truth. Our sodalite, that's a really good blue stones. Really nice blue stones are going to be really good for that. Sodalite is one. And also, why am I drawing a blank? Lapis. Lapis lazuli. Really good stone to help you with your throat chakra right now. Also, if you want to use some heavier stones, like if you're used to some of these other stones and you need something that's a little more higher vibrational stones, some of those that are really good are phenakite. I have a really tiny piece of phenakite because phenakite is an incredibly high vibrational stone. It's also pretty expensive, but it is a great stone to help with psychic abilities and to help you get in touch with the higher aspects of who you are. A wonderful, wonderful stone. I want to say to you again, though, if you're not used to working with higher stones, then you don't need to work with this. Like, honestly, you should work with the stone that you are drawn to work with, because if you're drawn to it, that probably means there's something in it for you. And I would suggest that you actually, like for me, when I go shopping for stones, I'll walk into a store unless I know specifically what I'm looking for. Sometimes I do, but more often than not, I'm just like, I need something to support me at this time. I'll walk into one of my favorite crystal stores and just see what resonates with me. And then I'll look it up and see what it's good for. And it always resonates with exactly what I need at that time. So I'm giving you some suggestions, but use what resonates with you. So phenakite's a good one. But if phenakite's too much, K2 is also a really good stone. And for grounding, some really great ones are numite. Numite's a really good, solid grounding stone to keep you in your body. Very ancient, like one of the oldest stones we have is numite, really good one. Another one is prophecy stone. And again, these are higher vibrational stones, so I caution you to make sure that it resonates with you as you're working with these stones. This is not a competition. It doesn't matter what stones you work with. You just need to work with the ones that are for you at this time is what you want to do. So those are some higher vibrational stones you can use. And if you're in between some of that and you're saying, well, I don't know if this Amazonite is quite enough, or I might need a little bit extra push, you can always get you some kyanite, which is a good amplifier. It amplifies whatever stone you're working with and helps it even be more supportive for you. And also kyanite is good for the throat chakra as well, so it's a good stone to work with. It doesn't have to be a big piece like this. You can get you some nice little shards. They're really reasonable to get those, and they'll also help with amplifying the energy of whatever it is that you're working with in the way of a stone, or just to use alone for like your throat chakra. It's really good for that too. So those are some of the things that I want to give you to help you as you are going through this time and to support you. Of course, I'm available to you. If you want to put something in the comments, reach out to me, send me an IM if you want to, and maybe there's some services I can offer you. Visit my website, www.liveinspiredhealingarts.com. One more stone I want to mention is the one I'm wearing. How could I forget that? This is rhodochrosite. This is a really good heart stone. And because, like I said earlier, I've been working with my heart and the higher heart in particular, it was recommended to me by a very good friend who knows a lot about stones, way more than I do. And this has been a very supportive piece for me at this time. So rhodochrosite is also a good, nice, compassionate stone that you can work with to help yourself move through some of these energies during this time right now. I hope this has been helpful for you. I want to thank you for joining me during this time, and I just want to say that I am hopeful and expectant that this will be a beautiful releasing time for you, that you'll be able to let go of some of those things that no longer serve you, or that maybe you've been struggling with for a long period of time. This is a great time to do that. And if it doesn't happen this weekend, keep working with it. Let it work its way out over the next several weeks, or even the next year. It might take that too. We'll be in this cycle for a while. So I just want to thank you for joining me. Hope that you have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. And my greatest hope of all is that you would ever be the wholeness and trueness, the abundance of all that you are, which means May you ever live inspired. Thank you so much for joining me.